Hello and welcome to the very first video from Fly with Wally. This is Wally here, and today we are flying on QR002 Qatar Airways flight all the way from London Heathrow International to Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar. The best part of this flight was that it was the launch aircraft of Airbus A350-1000 and registration A7ANA. So the first perk was that it was a new aircraft, and then the second perk of flying on this flight was that it was 70 to 80% empty. We were approximately a total of 60 passengers on board the flight, so that was an exclusive perk. Even though we departed a slight delay, about 30 minutes, but everything throughout the flight was amazing. The service, the food, the cabin crew, everything was up to the mark and as you expect from Qatar Airways. But the rest of the things we will discuss during the review. Before we get to our flight report, I would like to introduce you what Fly with Wally is exactly. So Fly with Wally is definitely a travel vlog based on my name, which is Wally, and we will be flying around the world mostly in economy class because I've noticed that economy class reviews are much lesser as compared to premium class reviews on YouTube. So our focus is going to be more towards economy class reviews. We will definitely be flying around the world, different destinations, and we will keep you updated with more details as the destination keeps coming up in our list. So don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, and don't forget to give comments about our first review. And last but not the least, do visit my Instagram page, which is instagram.com/flywithwally, and Twitter on twitter.com/flywithwally. So without any further ado, we're heading towards our first video. Here we go. I must say I was lucky enough to be on a flight with just 50 to 60 passengers while the aircraft had the capacity of 330 passengers. As the flight was more or less empty, it was a quite peaceful flight and the crew services were extraordinary. It was more like traveling in a business class chartered plane. Though the departure was slightly delayed, the delay never felt across because the services on this aircraft were amazing. They were remarkable. The seat pitch, the spacing on the aircraft, the table size in the economy section, and the legroom was all so good that I never realized the delay. I really wanted to stay in the aircraft for longer. I was so surprised to see that the tables on this aircraft were able to fit my Alienware 17R4, which is a quite big laptop, and I've never taken that out in a flight because it cannot fit in the economy section. But I was pleased to see that it did fit in the Airbus A350-1000. If you have the Airbus A350-1000 on Qatar Airways, you are in good hands and will have a memorable flight experience. As this review was not intended to be a vlog, unfortunately I was not able to record many videos, but I've taken lots of pictures about the seating and the amenities that are provided by Qatar Airways. So firstly, I will be showing you pictures of the seating of this aircraft. This Airbus A350-1000 was one of its kind, having the most modern technologies on a seat in an airline. The seat had a contactless payment option as well as a power socket. That means you can always make payments through a contactless card rather than swiping it, which is not always the best option. The ability to have the power socket right in front of you was even more helpful rather than lying down and using the power socket under the seat, which is not always the best option. This also gives you access to a power socket on each seat. The seat had a really good legroom of about 30 to 34 inches, which was great on a long 8-hour flight, as you can see in the pictures. The proximity to the windows of the seats was great. As a vlogger, I got the best use possible out of this flight. Another thing that I liked about this flight was the huge size of the tables, which means no more congested meals, as well as good room to put your equipment while you're recording, especially for vloggers. Similar to every Qatar Airways flight, every passenger was given a soft pillow as well as a thick blanket to use while sleeping. All passengers were also given a small Amenity Kit for the overnight flight and headphones to use with the RX entertainment system. The Amenity Kit consisted of a pair of socks, earbuds, a sleeping mask, and a toothpaste with a small brush, which is a must on every overnight flight, which I believe not every airline provides in economy class. The lavatories on board the Airbus A350-1000 were probably the largest lavatories I've ever seen on board Qatar Airways economy class sections, with all the necessary amenities that you might need on an 8-hour flight. It was large enough to easily accommodate wheelchair passengers as well. The lavatory had all the features that you might need on an 8-hour flight, such as wet wipes, baby changing facilities, automated flush, with a large enough toilet seat and accessibility features, a really nicely designed door with a modern lock with easy to use mechanism, an automated tap sink, as well as the ability to use your own shaving machine, tissues, paper towels, a few paper cups, a very large mirror, and finally a soap. Shortly before sunrise, I requested my meal to be served, which had a chicken curry biryani, Pepsi, some salad, lemon tart, bread piece, chocolate, and some water. The same food was served for iftar as well earlier. However, I choose to have the orange juice instead of having Pepsi. As half the flight was empty, it was quite easy for me to roam around the aircraft, take pictures of the sunrise, and enjoy the flight at its best. Shortly after sunrise, it was almost time to arrive into Doha, and so the aircraft had begun its descent into Doha. And we have arrived at Doha. I would like to thank everyone for joining me on this first flight report. It took a time to compile this video, but I would like to thank everyone for their patience, and I hope to receive positive comments under this video and look forward to bring more economy reviews for you within the next coming weeks. Thank you so much for joining Fly with Wally. Please do hit the like and subscribe button. Please do share this video as much as possible, and don't forget to subscribe to my notifications so you can get more updates about my videos. Thank you very much, and this is Wally from Fly with Wally signing off.
سيداتي سادتي، مرحبا بكم في مطار حمد الدولي من دوحة عاصمة دولة قطر، بوابتكم إلى جميع أنحاء العالم. نشير التوقيت المحلي هنا إلى الساعة 6:15 صباحا. لسلامتكم الرجاء من حضراتكم البقاء جالسين في مقاعدكم مع إبقاء الأحزمة مربوطة إلى أن تتوقف الطائرة نهائيا وتطفئ إشارة رفع حزمة المقاعد. الرجاء التأكد من أخذ جميع أمتعتكم، شخصيا قبل مغادرة الطائرة، كما يرك العلم بأنه يمكن